I don't know whether you're a water skier or not. We certainly are spoilt for great places to ski. I'm not awesome. I've tried. I'm not much chop. So I have a huge amount of admiration for people who can not only ski but do it barefoot. Speaking of which, did you know that the Australian Barefoot Championships are actually on at Mulwala's Max Curwen Water Ski Park starting tomorrow? And Mulwala's own Peter O'Neill, 9 times Aussie champion, will be defending his title yet again this weekend. Hello, Peter.
How you doing?
Good. 9 times. That's just a little bit too impressive, really.
It's maybe just a bit sad that I've done one thing for so long, Bron, but the problem is it's so much fun and it's a good sport to be involved in, and just keep coming back.
It looks so fun, but it looks so hard to master, is it?
Like anything, it's hard enough to get going on, but there is a learning curve. But look, it's so exciting and it's definitely a lot easier than it used to be. So, we get people up and barefooting now in a couple of goes, whereas it used to take us, like 2 weeks.
Mm.
So, yeah.
So when you start out on skis. I've seen people then shift to one water ski. How do you actually then switch to no ski at all?
Well, back in the day, Bron, it was start on 2 skis, then on 1 ski, and then just step off that ski when the boat's going really fast and start to barefoot.
And hope for the best.
Yeah, these days it's things like we've got a thing called a seahorse, which is actually designed and built in Australia. It just attaches onto the side of the boat, and you sit somebody on it. It's like riding a bike. They put their feet on the water, and slowly it takes them up into a barefoot position, and they're barefooting. It's really quite easy. And we've got kids here that we've taught to barefoot before they can even ski properly. So
you don't actually have to do it in that order. You can go straight out and barefoot if that's what you want to do.
With the right sort of coaching and the right setup on the boat and stuff, yeah. But definitely at the Mulwala Water Ski Club, we've taught. There's kids here that joined our program back in 5 or 6 years ago, and now ski for Australia. And when they joined us, they didn't even know how to ski at all. So.
Oh wow! I wish I'd started when I was a kid. I might be half decent now.
It is a little bit easier, a little bit more rubber when you're little. So.
What's the sensation like under your feet when you're barefoot skiing?
It gets a bit sometimes. It's funny. I'm a bit immune to it. I've done it for so long. I think my feet have actually gone dead. But when we teach new people, I often describe it as tingling or like a bit ticklish and stuff. So yeah, it definitely has a different feeling to it. But all that goes away pretty quick. Actually, the thing you take in most is the sort of speed you're doing and the adrenaline rushes, everything sort of rushing on by.
How fast will people be whizzing past at Max Curwen over the next few days?
The fastest will probably be around 75 k's an hour. But we've already been skiing this morning, Bron, because the familiarisation has started, and there was a couple of really young kids out there. So Tom Roberts, he's 9, and he was barefooting at 50 k's an hour.
My goodness! I bet he had a grin from ear to ear.
He loved it. It was cold, and he was shivering, but he was having the time of his life.
Oh well, he would have been fueled up on Easter eggs, wouldn't he?
That's true.
Yeah, burn them off in the next few days. You do jumps as well in barefoot skiing. Isn't that hard on the feet? Because when you're moving at speed, water can be like concrete.
It can, and look, the jump is definitely something that's dangerous, and we only let people that know what they're doing go over the jump. But it's only a foot high, so it's not very high at all, and it's actually really, really slippery. So, like if you tried to stand on it, you'd probably slide straight onto your bum. So it's not so bad, and it's on an angle that sort of allows it. But the good guys jump around 25, 26 metres off it, so there's a fair bit of hang time at that speed.
What's it made of, and what do you put on it to make it nice and slippery?
It's just made out of fiberglass, and because when you're barefooting, you're pushing water a bit forward as well as backwards. So when you actually go over the jump, you aquaplane all the way off the top of it.
Oh, it sounds like so much fun. We're talking about barefoot skiing with 9-time Aussie champion Peter O'Neill, who's from Mulwala, and he'll be having another crack at the national title as part of the Australian Barefoot Championships, which start from tomorrow and run through to the weekend at the Max Curwen Water Ski Park in Mulwala. Now, how far and wide will people be coming for this? And you mentioned just little youngsters, 9, 10 years old, participating. What's the age range too?
Yeah, so the youngest out there this weekend will be 7, or this week will be 7, and there's people coming from all over the place. We've got quite a few locals actually. There's a few coming from Shepparton, and a few from Yarrawonga and Mulwala, and even down as far as Warrnambool in Victoria, and then right up to we've got people coming down from Mackay and Darwin and yeah, there's people coming from all over the place to ski.
How do you think you'll go, Pete? Do you reckon you'll get your 10th?
I would say that I will be pushing to get my 10th this year. I haven't been able to spend as much time on the water as I would like to, and I really should have retired by now, so I am getting a bit old in the stakes. So I'll give it a red hot crack and just try and have a really good time and compete. And if the chips fall my way, which they'll have to fall pretty hard this year, but if they do, I'll be pretty happy. But yeah, it's probably time for one of the younger guys to come in and take over anyway.
And just quickly, you had the World Barefoot Champs there last year. You're hoping to head off to the next ones, next year in Wisconsin? Yeah.
So the Worlds were here last year, and next year I'll definitely be going to the Worlds, and I'll hopefully be in a coaching role as opposed to a skiing role. But this will be a big test for a lot of the younger kids. There's a bit of a new generation coming through, and I guess we'll find out, which kids are gonna make it into the Australian team and go and represent the country. And they've got a big title to defend. We won it when it was here at Mulwala, so we want to do that again.
Well, Pete, it sounds like great fun and great spectacle too. It's happening from tomorrow at Mulwala's Max Kirwan Water Ski Park. 9-time Aussie champion there, Peter O'Neill. If you'd like to go along and have a look, it's free, so you can just drop in and check out the talent from 8:30 till 3 o'clock daily from tomorrow right through until Sunday.